Hi everyone, just a real quick update. I almost forgot to even do this video. Things have just been busy and I've been so exhausted. I don't know uh, why I'm so tired, but just getting through daily things, I'm just so tired. Um, I originally thought maybe it was just due from transitioning from working nights to working days, but no, I think it's something else. I think A, she has been growing. Um, and Uh, and B, I've noticed that I have tried not drinking too much water before bedtime so that I'm not going to the bathroom so much at night. And I was waking up at like 3 o'clock in the morning to go use the bathroom, and then I'd go back to sleep until a little after 6 when I have to get up for work. Well, now that I've tried not drinking too much before bedtime, I've been getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then of course I can't fall asleep for that 1 hour because I don't know, maybe my brain knows, oh, only have 1 more hour to be up anyway. So I think that might be contributing to it. So sorry, the updates are kind of sporadic. Nothing too exciting, honestly. Um, I don't have a whole lot to update. I did see a chiropractor yesterday, and I really feel like most insurance companies, ours does not cover chiropractic care, but it wasn't that expensive to go, and I really think it was beneficial. Um, my back does feel a lot better today, and I think I'll probably go for a few more adjustments. Um, there is some interesting, um, there's some interesting literature study, stuff out there. I've only read a little bit, but indicating that chiropractic care can really help you have an easier, gentler, faster birth. And in fact, my chiropractor, which I really trust him, he's not someone trying to like sell his services and everything. He's a very honest gentleman. He said that there was a set of twins that came to see him, and one twin didn't see him. Uh, Something along the lines of she wasn't comfortable or her husband wasn't comfortable with it. The other twin did see him regularly. The twin that saw him had a 9-pound baby and I think he said about an hour and 45-minute labor. This twin that did not see him had a 6-pound something baby and had a 37-hour labor. So I thought that was really interesting. And it makes sense that if your body's in alignment and your pelvis is open and everything's nice and straight in the way it should be, then it makes sense that the baby should have an easier journey to the outside world. And even if that weren't the case, even if it didn't offer an easier, faster labor, which I would love, um, even if that wasn't the only benefit, and the simple fact that it made me more comfortable, I mean, it hasn't alleviated, the one adjustment hasn't alleviated all my lower back pain, but it's still there a little bit. I have to be careful with how I move. Um, but overall, I feel a lot better. Um, and he had asked me if I had headaches, and I've always had pressure headaches, especially with weather. And where we live, we've been having a lot of rain, a lot of thunderstorms, a lot of cloud cover, and pressure changes. And I always get terrible, terrible headaches right in the front here. And he felt around and everything, and I guess he said that the plates in your head, because I used to think that those fused together as an adult, but apparently they retracted that, and now that they're saying that they're still movable to some extent with the sutures. And so he kind of worked with my head and he adjusted my neck. And so I'm hoping with the next storms we have coming up that that's really going to help. I know that I felt really good today. Um, as I promised, I'm updating because today I had an midwife appointment. There's two midwives that I at the hospital that I go to, and it's just whatever you're scheduled for. Um, they will. It's one or the other. But this one in particular, I really like her. She's an older midwife compared to the other one, I believe. And she's really nice. She's easy to talk to. And I asked her if she could tell if baby was head down, and she felt around and said, yep, I think baby's head down. And she said that In all likelihood, she'll remain head down due to gravity. Um, but they will check again at my 36-week appointment. And if she's not head down, then they will offer some assistance to get her flipped around the right way. But basically said, don't worry, she's head down right now. Everything seems to be going great. The chiropractor also that I see is trained in the Webster technique, so if she were to be breech, he would be able to help me with that. But as of right now, she's head down, and she'll hopefully stay that way. Other than that, baby's still sounding great. I'm measuring just fine. I believe she said I was measuring at 30 weeks, and I should have asked her something, but she said, "Oh, you're measuring right in tracks." So right at 30. But I'm 31 weeks and 3 days today. So we'll see. As far as weight gain, I've still gained more than I'd want to, but so 2 appointments ago, so probably about a month ago, I'd gained a lot of weight between my 2 appointments, and that freaked me out. And then last time I went, so 2 weeks ago, I'd actually lost a couple pounds, and now I believe I gained back that pound or two. So I don't really know if it's evening out or whatever. So far, I've gained roughly 20 pounds, and my midwife had suggested a good goal for me to be to gain 25 pounds total by the end of the pregnancy. So I'm a little nervous that I might go over that, considering I'm almost 32 weeks. So we have another 8 weeks to go. So I don't know if I'll gain more than 5 pounds in 8 weeks. It's definitely possible. Try not to worry about it too much. If I gain closer to the 30-pound mark, they'll be fine. Obviously, I'm planning on breastfeeding and eating healthy and exercising and taking care of myself and baby after she's born. So I know that if I gain a little extra maternal fat stores, that it'll come off. That's about it I have to update on. As far as baby, I believe she's, every app I read is a little bit different, but she's about as long as she's going to be, and she's fairly well developed at this point. A lot of in the next few weeks is just her putting on fat. She still has a little bit of development to go, but a lot of the end of pregnancy is just them gaining weight. Oh, excuse me, I always yawn because I do these at night. But I do know that each app that I've had says that she's over 3 pounds now. One said 3.3 pounds and one said 3.5 pounds. So it probably just depends on the baby and whatnot. I'll give you a quick picture, try to give you a little bit of a picture of my belly here. Again, this is 31 weeks and I believe 3 days or 4 days. So about 31 and a half weeks. And I am in my lounging nighttime clothes, so I've got a big old sweatshirt. It's not a maternity sweatshirt, it's just a big old sweatshirt I had. Yeah, you can't really tell with this sweatshirt, I guess. But, and it doesn't even fit that well, but oh well, I'll post some pictures. It's a comfy sweatshirt, and I'm all about comfort tonight. I'm super tired, and I worked, and then it's a 2-hour round trip just to get to the hospital. So I had a 2-hour round trip to the hospital, and I had to get my blood drawn as well to check how my thyroid's doing. And then I had to stop and get groceries. So it was a long day. So I am progressing through the Hypnobabies course, and so far so good. I'm really liking it. I feel like it's going to give me the tools I need to hopefully do this all naturally the way I want to. I did talk to my mother today, and she has 3 children. I have an older brother. Then I was the second child. We were about a year and a half apart. And then my sister, who is roughly 16 years younger than me. With my brother, she was induced due to preeclampsia. She was not induced with Pitocin. She was induced by them breaking her water bag. But I believe she said they started the induction at 7:30 and he was born at 12:30, I believe. But she had roughly a 5-hour labor. For me, she said I believe it was only a 2 or 3 hour labor. Like she was sitting around feeling crampy and everything, and she was with her friend, and her friend started timing contractions. And when her friend's mom came around, her mom's like, "Yeah, those are real contractions. Get her to the hospital." And like an hour or two later, I was born. Um, with her first child, so my older brother, she said she did have some IV pain medication, but she said it didn't do anything. Like it just made her feel groggy. It didn't help with the pain at all or anything like that. She never had an epidural for any three. She didn't mention if she did pain medicines when she had me. Um, and then with my younger sister, it was completely all natural. She didn't have any pain medications, no epidural. Or she said she felt the best with her third child with no pain medications. She said she was up, even though she was older, significantly older. I mean, in terms of childbearing, there's an 18-year difference between my little sister and my older brother. And yet she said that with the natural labor and delivery and childbirth, she was up and moving around and felt the best quicker with that one than the other two. So that was really encouraging. And basically she said, because she never did any natural childbirth courses or anything like that, she said all she did was she got in the zone and she focused on her breathing, and said, you need oxygen for your muscles to work, and trying to relax, because if you tense up, it causes more pain. So even though she didn't take a hypnobabies or a hypnobirthing course, that's essentially what she did. She hypnotized herself, she got in the zone, she calmed herself down. She said she was in the zone, like, don't talk to me, let me just focus here. And she focused on her breathing. So that was her main tip for me, was to just focus on your breathing, focus on your breathing, focus on your breathing. So that was really encouraging. Hopefully I have a quick labor like my mom. Um, so far I haven't really taken after her. Uh, but we'll see. I hope that's one thing that I get. Apparently my great-grandmother, my grandmother, and my mother all had fast labor and deliveries. My midwife said that the average first delivery is roughly a minimum of 12 hours, like labor, not delivery, but labor. Um, and yet my mom, from start to finish in her first, even with an induction, was 5 hours. And my grandmother and great-grandmother all had fast labors and deliveries, so I hope I get that. So I will see you guys probably in a couple weeks. I'll just try to keep doing these vlogs after my OB appointments, because it gives me something a little more interesting to talk about. I have nothing really to complain about. I also, which means I don't have much to update on either, because I've been feeling pretty good. Hopefully though soon I'll be doing some other videos, baby products, maternity products, kind of like review videos I'd like to do, and nursery, kind of like a nursery tour, but no promises. Like I said, I've just been so tired, so I just need to focus on taking care of myself and taking it one day at a time, and part of that means making sure that I get rest too. So we'll see, but I will see you guys soon.